Johan Manzambi, the Swiss kid taking over football and no one saw it coming. What's up, guys? Everyone's always talking about Yamal, Endrick, Bellingham. But while we're arguing about that, a 20-year-old Swiss guy showed up quietly and is already scaring Europe. His name? Johan Manzambi. If you don't know him, you're about to, because this kid can ball. He blew up at the 2026 World Cup. He's tearing it up at Freiburg, and the big clubs are already watching. Today, I'm going to tell you who Johan Manzambi is, where he came from, how he plays, and why he could be the next world star. Let's go! The origin: the Geneva kid with African roots. Johan Manzambi was born in Geneva, Switzerland, on October 14, 2005. So yeah, he's full General Z. And here's the cool part. He plays for Switzerland, but he's got Angolan and Congolese blood. His parents are from Angola and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Translation: European technique plus African flair. Dangerous combo. He started at Servette, one of the most traditional clubs in Switzerland. Even as a kid, he stood out. Not the strongest, not the fastest, but the smartest. The guy thought about the game 2 steps ahead. At 16, he was already training with the first team. And at 17, Servette was like, we can't hold on to this guy. The move to Germany, from nowhere to the Bundesliga. In 2023, at 17 years old, Johan packed his bags and went to Germany. Destination: SC Freiburg. And you're thinking, Freiburg? Small club, right? Nah. Freiburg is the school of the Bundesliga. That's where young players go to learn tactics, discipline, and become men. And that's exactly what happened. 6 months later, he was training with the first team. 1 year later, he was a starter. The Freiburg coach said something that explains everything. He doesn't play like an 18-year-old. He plays like he's 28. While other kids were worried about TikTok, he was studying positioning. Result? He exploded. His play style: the brain of the team. All right, let's talk football, because this is where he wins games. Johan Manzambi is a midfielder, but he's not just a defensive midfielder who runs, and he's not just a classic number 10 either. He's a modern midfielder, complete. He can play as 1. Central midfielder, controlling the tempo. 2. Attacking midfielder, creating chances. 3. Winger, cutting inside from the sides. 4. False 9, getting into the box. What stands out about him are 4 things. 1. Vision. He plays passes you only see on replay. That ball between 3 defenders. 2. Ball control. The ball sticks to his feet. You can tell he's been training that since he was a kid. 3. Tactical intelligence. He doesn't run for no reason. He runs to the right spot at the right time. 4. Arriving in the box. The guy has a nose for goals. He's not a striker, but he shows up to finish. Bottom line, he's the type of player every coach loves because he solves the game without making much noise. The World Cup breakout. 2026, when the world found out. Now hold on, because this is where he became a name. World Cup 2026, Switzerland. Nobody expected anything from Switzerland. Solid team, no superstars. First group stage game, Switzerland losing. 60th minute, the coach looks at the bench and says, Johan, go in and fix this.
At 20 years old, the kid came in cold. Result? 2 goals. 1 from outside the box and 1 arriving like a striker. Man of the match. From there, Switzerland took off. He finished the World Cup with 3 goals and 2 assists. Massive part of Switzerland's best campaign in years. After the game against Brazil in the round of 16, Casemiro said in an interview, "This kid is really good. He has a future." When Casemiro compliments you, the world pays attention. The big clubs are coming. The bidding war started. Bro, after the World Cup, Freiburg's phone didn't stop ringing. The whole Premier League called. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Bayern and Dortmund from Germany too. Even Barcelona asked how much. His value went from 8 million to 40 million in 3 months. And it's gonna go up more. Why does everyone want him? Because football today isn't just about skills and speed. It's about smart players who follow tactics and decide games. And Johan is exactly that. Freiburg doesn't want to sell, but we know how this works, right? If someone offers 80 million, buy the future. How far can he go? The guy is 20 years old. 20 years old, and he's already played a World Cup, already a starter in the Bundesliga, already an idol in Switzerland. And he's still far from his peak. If he keeps his head on straight and stays injury-free, in 3 years, he'll be competing for Ballon d'Or. Serious. Switzerland thinks they found their leader for the next decade, the successor to Xhaka and Shaqiri, but better. And us? We're going to watch it from the beginning. Johan Manzambi is still writing the first chapters of his story, but the talent is there, the personality is there, and the future? The future looks massive. Now tell me, do you think Johan Manzambi will become a world star, or will he be just another guy who shined at the World Cup and disappeared? Comment below. I want to see your opinion. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. Every week we got stories about new players here. Thanks guys, appreciate you, and see you next time.